Samsung might be about to mess with one of the most iconic features in its Ultra phone lineup, and fans are already debating whether it's a genius move or a disaster waiting to happen. Imagine picking up the next Galaxy S26 Ultra and there's no S Pen slot.
Yeah.
The built-in stylus, that tiny tool that's been a trademark of the Ultra since the S21, could be on the chopping block. Why? All in the name of a bigger battery. But is that a smart trade-off or a step backwards? Welcome back, viewers. Sam here. If you're into breaking tech updates, unexpected leaks, and behind-the-scenes Samsung moves, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. So, what exactly is going on? Earlier this year, Samsung raised eyebrows by stripping the S Pen of its Bluetooth features in the Galaxy S25 Ultra. That already had people whispering, is this the beginning of the end for the S Pen? Well, recent rumors out of China are hinting at something even more drastic. Samsung might ditch the built-in slot altogether for the S26 Ultra, the reason battery. And honestly, it kind of makes sense. Think about it. The Galaxy S Ultra lineup has been rocking the same 5000 mAh battery since 2020. That's half a decade with no upgrade in battery capacity. Sure, Samsung has managed to stretch battery life using smarter chips and software tricks, but physically the battery's been stuck. Now, imagine what an extra few millimeters of internal space could do. Longer screen time, more power-hungry features, maybe even faster charging. That space currently taken up by the S Pen slot, prime real estate. But let's be real, this won't sit well with everyone. The S Pen isn't just a tool, it's an identity. Ultra fans love that instant access, no extra case, no separate storage, no hunting around for a loose stylus. If Samsung turns the S Pen into a separate accessory like it does for the Z Fold series, that could break hearts. Sure, you'd still be able to buy it, but now you've got to carry and try not to lose it. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. Samsung might not just be chasing battery gains. Industry insiders say this could also be about slimming the phone down. A thinner S26 Ultra with better weight distribution and more internal room for cooling, battery, or even camera tech, that's a tempting redesign. The S Pen, while beloved, is bulky. And in 2025, thin is in. Could Samsung be planning two versions of the S26 Ultra? One with a built-in S Pen and slightly less battery, and one without it but with more power under the hood. It's possible. But that also complicates production, marketing, and pricing. Still, it could be a clever way to give fans a choice without alienating either side. The truth is, we're seeing a pattern here. Samsung's slowly prioritizing practicality over tradition. Look at what's happening behind the scenes. Memory, chips, and even software updates are shifting gears. In fact, let's talk about software for a second. One UI 8 might be rolling out a lot sooner than expected. A brand new firmware build for the Galaxy S25 Ultra just popped up, and here's the kicker, it doesn't have the beta tag anymore. That usually means Samsung thinks it's stable. Instead of the usual Z in the version code for beta builds, this one starts with A, B, specifically BYB. Translation, we're very close to the final release. Now, Samsung hasn't made it official yet, but everything points to One UI 8 launching soon, possibly alongside the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Z Flip 7. That Unpacked event is right around the corner, and it would be the perfect moment to launch new foldables and polished software in one go. So what's new in One UI 8? No massive redesigns, this one's all about polish. There's a dynamic new lock screen clock that changes style based on your wallpaper suggestions pulled from your own gallery, and working live captions during phone calls. Super helpful if you need real-time subtitles mid-conversation. These might sound small, but they bring a smoother, more personalized experience to daily use. It's less about shiny gimmicks and more about refining what already works. And while Samsung's perfecting the software, it's also shaking up its hardware supply chain in ways that most people don't even notice. But the impact is huge. For the first time, Samsung's flagship phones are relying more on outside memory suppliers than ever before. The Galaxy S25 series already included RAM and storage from Micron, Samsung's biggest competitor in memory chips. And now, the Galaxy S26 is expected to lean even further into that partnership. Here's why: yield rates. Samsung's in-house chip production has been struggling to produce enough high-quality LPDDR5X chips efficiently. Meanwhile, Micron has been crushing it with better yields and faster manufacturing. That's why Samsung is reportedly letting Micron supply up to 60% of the RAM for the S26 series and only keeping 40% in-house. That's a massive shift in strategy. Micron is also pushing ahead with even more advanced LPDDR5X chips, sending Samsung early samples with finer circuit designs that could boost performance and efficiency even further. So not only are we getting smarter sourcing, we're potentially getting faster, cooler, and longer-lasting phones as a result. And let's not forget one of the most exciting leaks. Global 16GB RAM for the Galaxy S26. Previously limited to select markets, this could finally become standard for all models. That means serious power for multitaskers, gamers, and creators, and a much-needed edge over the competition. Put it all together, possibly no S Pen slot, a bigger battery, better RAM from Micron, and faster updates with One UI 8th, and it's clear Samsung's rethinking everything about the Ultra experience. Whether it's for battery life, design, or pure performance, the Galaxy S26 is shaping up to be bold and maybe even a little controversial. But the real question is, would you trade the built-in S Pen for longer battery life? Would you be okay carrying it separately, or is it a must-have that defines the Ultra for you? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to know where you stand, because if these leaks are legit, Samsung's about to make one of the biggest shakeups in Galaxy Ultra history, and the fan reaction could shape how the company moves forward. Stay tuned, because as more leaks hit the surface, you'll hear it here first.